Hello students, welcome to Sreenath Academy. In this video, we are going to discuss about the pollution of air and water, which is from the 8th class CBSE science subject, which is the 18th chapter. So I am Karthik. We are creating videos on all chapters, on all subjects from class 6 to class 12. So please do subscribe our channel. Also like our videos, share our videos. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that only you will get the immediate updates from us. So in addition to the classes, we're also providing the tuitions. So please make use of them, and we will start the discussion regarding pollution of air and water. So this is the 18th chapter in the 8th class science subject, which is the last chapter. Okay students, we'll start the discussion about this chapter, pollution. So here it is the air pollution and the water pollution. So before we are going to start this session, we will just see the overview of this chapter. Then we will discuss each and everything in detail, and we will see the summary, and we will end this chapter, students. Okay. Pollution of air and water. So first thing is about the air pollution, and next is how does air get polluted. Okay. And next topic is the case study regarding the Taj Mahal. What happens to the Taj Mahal? I think you know about the Taj Mahal. It is one of the seven wonders of the earth. Okay. And next thing is the greenhouse effect. It is the fourth topic. And what can be done to control the air pollution? And next thing is about water pollution. So how water get polluted? How does water get polluted? Here also there is a case study regarding the river Ganga. And after that, have you seen these images, friends? How water is getting polluted heavily. Okay. And what is potable water and how is water purified? How we can purify the water? What can be done? What should we have to do to get rid of this air pollution and the water pollution, students? Okay, these are the water treatment plants. So this is the end of the chapter, students. Okay, we have seen the overview of this chapter, and we will discuss about the each and every topic in detail. Okay, we will start this chapter. Already we have discussed the Taj Mahal. What it is, friends? Taj Mahal. So which is one of the seven wonders of the world, and it is the main tourist attraction for India. But what is the sad thing regarding the Taj Mahal is that, friends, so it is getting affected by the pollutants of the air. So its white marbles are losing its shine, and it is getting into some yellowish color. Okay, so why it happening? It is the most disappointment word. Why means because of the air pollution in the surrounding areas of the Taj Mahal. Okay, friends. So thus the air pollution is making impossible the earth on the life on the earth, and the buildings also. Okay, students, and the beautiful areas ornaments also, students. Okay, so now we'll discuss about what is the air pollution. So we know that we can survive without the food for some days. We can without the water for few hours, but we can't survive without the proper purified air for few minutes, students. Okay, so we are highly dependent upon on the air. So air is very valuable and very important to us, students. Okay, but what is the sad story is that, friends, how clean our air is. The air which we are breathing is how much clean it is. So if you are talking about that, normally the air contains 78% of nitrogen, 78% of nitrogen and 21% of oxygen, and remaining small percentage of carbon dioxide, argon, methane, ozone, and water vapor, etc. So this is the good proportion. So if there is 78% of nitrogen in the atmosphere in the air, it is good, and if there is 25% of oxygen in the air, then it is the good. But if there are if and minor percentages of carbon dioxide is okay, but if their percentages increases, and suppose if the percentage of oxygen decreases, then it is not good for our health. Okay students, so if you see here, there are so many cars on the busy road. So have you ever experienced these two type of situations? So at one time you are in a park, and another time you are in a busy road, and at one time you are in a residential area, at another time you are in an industrial area, at one time you are in a busy traffic intersection, that is in the early morning, afternoon, like that, and at another time you are in a village, and at another time you are in a town. So in all these two situations, in which area you will feel more comforted, in which area you will feel more comfort, more happy, more pleasure to your air, to your nose, or to your whole body? So in the parks or in the residential areas or in the villages, you will feel more comfort. So if the air is good, if the air is having the fixed proportions, if the air is not having any pollutants, then you feel very better. You mentally feel better, your physically feel better. But what happens? So in the busy roads, due to the smoke from the vehicles, due to the smoke from the industries, due to the smoke from different conditions, our air is getting contaminated. Okay, when air is contaminated by unwanted substances, okay, which have a harmful effect on both the living and non-living things, then it is termed referred as air pollution. So when air is mixed up with the unwanted substances, then it is the turns to the air pollution stress. Okay, and how does air is getting polluted? So the substances which are which contaminate the air are called as air pollutants, which are disturbing the air. So what happens? Okay, sometimes a substance may come from natural sources like smoke and dust. If there is a smoke and dust from the forest fires or volcano eruptions, in these situations also the air get polluted, and these are from the natural resources. But most of the pollutants in the cities or in the industrial areas are because of the smokes of the factories, which are like this, and smokes of the vehicles. So vehicles are injecting the smoke into the air. So these automobiles, exhaust, power plants, okay, and the burning of firewood and dung cakes. So all these are adding the pollutants to the air. Thus, in this way, that air pollution has been going on, and because of that, many respiratory problems we are encountering, students. Okay, so vehicles are producing high levels of pollutants like carbon monoxide. When did carbon monoxide will be released? If anything is half burned, then carbon monoxide is produced, and it is very dangerous. So it will reduce the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood vessels. So it is very harmful as, okay, like burning of the fuels, petrols and diesel will produce the carbon monoxide. Okay, and sometimes in the winter, even though Bojo has also remembers that there is a thick fog like layer in the atmosphere in the mornings, in the winter mornings, that is called as the smog. Smog is the mixture of smoke and air. Smoke plus fog, it is the smog, students. So this normally smoke contains the oxides of nitrogen. Okay, so which is combines with the air pollutants and fog to form smog. So whenever this nitrogen oxides combine with the pollutants, finally you will get the smoke, and this will causes many breathing difficulties like as asthma, which is one of the breathing difficulties many faced. And many industries are responsible for air pollution, students. So because of the many industrial areas, like mainly petroleum refineries, so are the major source for gases pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. All these are from the petroleum refineries, students. Okay, and how sulfur dioxide is produced by combustion of fuels like coal in power plants. In power plants, if coal is burnt, sulfur dioxides are produced. Because of that, so many respiratory problems will get attacked, students. So including the permanent lung damage also you will get. So, and other kinds of pollutants are CFCs. There is the chlorofluorocarbons which are emitted by the refrigerator students and the air conditioners and aerosol spray students. Okay, these also will damage the ozone layer. As we know that ozone layer is the blanket, is like a blanket on air. It will protect us from the ultraviolet rays. Which rays? Ultraviolet rays. If the ultraviolet is incident on the earth, so it will produce so much damage to the humankind and to the buildings. So in addition to all these things, automobiles means vehicles, cars, autos, what are the motor vehicles, all are burning diesel and petrol and releasing so much of tiny particles and the pollutants into the air. So because of this, the visibility is reduced, and if you inhale them, it is dangerous to our health. And some particles are released during the industrial process like steel making and mining. Okay, power plants. So all these pollute the air. So there are so many things, mainly automobiles, industries, vehicles. All these are polluting the air streets. So there is a case study regarding the Taj Mahal. Over the past 2 decades, what happens? India's most visiting place is being losing its attraction. It is losing its beauty. Okay, so that is the main concern. That is the main problem we are getting. So experts are warned that pollutants in the air near the Taj Mahal is very high because of it will lose its whiteness, white marbles, discoloring of the white marbles. If you see Taj Mahal students, it is so white. Where it is? No, I will show you. So it is so white. Okay, its beauty is in its whiteness, but because of the air pollution, what is happening is it is losing its beautiness. It is losing its beautiness, students. So the marbles are becoming yellowy. Okay, marbles are becoming yellowy. So which finally what is conclusion is that, friends, that air pollution is not affecting the living organisms but also the non-living organisms like building, students. So why this happening is that the industries around the Agra, that was the mainly the rubber processing and the automobile chemicals, and especially the Mathura oil refinery. Okay, these are responsible for the pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide released into the air, and these are getting into the water vapor and get converted into the acid rains. Okay, students. So these will causes the marbles to lose their shine. Finally, this called as the marble cancer. Okay, students, that is happening, students. So the Supreme Court has taken several steps to save the Taj, but they are not implemented perfectly, and they have given suggestions to switch to the CNG, which is compressed natural gas. Switch to the compressed natural gas and use the LPGs, liquid petroleum gas, so that some of the air pollution will be decreased. Okay, and what happened is that, students, if you have your old elders know about Taj Mahal just 20 or 30 years ago, just remember them, ask them about the Taj Mahal. Next thing is the greenhouse effect. We know that sun rays coming onto the earth, and some of the half of the sun rays are reflected back, and half of them are captured by the air atmosphere, and because of that atmosphere absorbs it and stores it and keeps the earth warm. Okay, and one more thing is after some time it is reflected into the space, but because of these greenhouse gases, so greenhouse effect, the radiation, the earth atmosphere radiation is not reflecting back, so that earth is getting warmer, friends. So this is called as the greenhouse effect. So these are because of it there is excess of CO2 is released into the atmosphere, and that excess of CO2 is responsible for storing the heat energy from the sun, and thus the earth becomes heated. The earth temperature will raise, students. Okay, so on the one side, the due to the industries and due to the air pollution, CO2 content is increasing. On the another side, what happening, students? We are deforesting many forests, many are decreasing, many forests are decreasing. So if there is forest, if there are plants, they will absorb the carbon dioxide and release the oxygen. But these plants are not absorbing the carbon dioxide, so the plants which are absorbing carbon dioxide are decreasing, and the content in the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is increasing. So finally carbon dioxide content will increases, and it will makes the global warming, and the temperature of the earth will increases. Even though if the half degree centigrade of earth temperature increases, there are so many drastic changes in the earth, students. Okay, so we have to reduce the temperature. Okay, we have to reduce carbon dioxide content. So other gases like methane and the nitrous oxide and water vapors are also contribute towards the greenhouse effect. That's why they are also called as greenhouse gases, students. Okay, so global warming is a major concern regarding all the governments. So that's why a Kyoto protocol is one such agreement to decrease the global warming. And even the 0.5 degrees centigrade increase, so it will affect more. And if you see in the newspaper, there is a news that, like, students, that Gangotri glaciers in the Himalayas had started melting because of the global warming. So what can be done to decrease the air pollution, to reduce the air pollution, students? Okay, there are many success stories which performed against the air pollution fight, students. In the Delhi, what happens is all the vehicles, it is the most polluted city in the world once upon a time. So it is being choked by fumes released from automobiles and the industries, and the diesel and petrol, all these things, students. So a decision has taken in the Delhi that all the vehicles to switch their petrol and diesels to CNGs, to fuels like to CNGs. Okay, and unleaded petrol. So because of the city has become clean, and most of the vehicles air pollution is decreased, students. Okay, and the quality of air at various locations is monitored by several governments and some agencies, students. Okay, and we have to bring the awareness about the air pollution, students, and we have to plant many saplings, and we have to maintain many greenery, so that most of the air pollution will be get rid of, students. Okay, and instead of fossil fuels, we have to use the renewable sources, that is solar energy and hydropower and wind energy, students. Okay, that is the thing. So there is a one Mahotsav happenings at the every year, where lakhs of trees are planted every year in the July, students. Okay, and next thing is about the water pollution. Till now we have discussed about the air pollution. It's okay, good. Now we will discuss about the water pollution. In the 7th class, we have discussed that water is the precious resource. So we are highly dependent upon the water. So first thing, we are highly dependent upon the air. Next thing, then we are depending upon the water. If you are not having the water for few hours or few days, we will die. Okay, students. So 70% of our body is with water only. So if the water pollution is increases, so if water becomes dirty, okay, then water pollution increases. So then our many organs, our life will be in very dramatic change, students. Okay, and we also use so much of water, and so much of water for different purposes, and we always make water dirty by the process of washing clothes and bathing and etc., students. Okay, which spoil the quality of the water. So whenever the harmful substances like such as sewage, toxic chemicals, and silt, etc., are mixed with the water, then the water is get polluted, and it is called as the water pollutant, students. Okay, there is a case study regarding the water pollution, students. That is the Ganga, regarding the river Ganga, students. So Ganga is one of the famous rivers of India. So it is very helpful for northern, central, and eastern Indian population. Millions of people depends on the river Ganga, students. Okay, for their daily needs. So what happens is that there is a reached most recent survey by Worldwide Fund for Nature. Okay, so what they did told regarding the Ganga is one of the 10 most endangered rivers in the world. It is in a danger. So its pollutant rivers are very increasing. So they are beyond the limit. Okay, students. So there is a stage where the towns and cities which rivers flows all are full with the pollutants, students. Okay, so there is a stage we cannot clean it or recover it. So that is the happening, students. Okay, they simply said that it is dead. River Ganga is dead. So much of pollutants. So why? Because means there are so many cities near the river Ganga. So because of the so many cities, because of the there are so many things happening near the river Ganga. So many persons are making bathing and sewage, and so much of dung and the garbage and the untreated sewage all are throwing into the river Ganga. Okay, so an ambiguous plan has taken to save the river Ganga. That is the Ganga Action Plan was taken in the 1985. It aimed to reduce the river pollution in the river, but the increasing population and the industrialization so has fully damaged that river Ganga. So next, another new plan has launched, that is the National Mission for Clean Ganga in 2016, students. Okay, so we will take some example regarding it. So there is a Kanpur city. Okay, it is the Kanpur city. It is there in the Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so it is near the Ganga. So it is a most populated city. Okay, students. So what happens? What happens there? Okay, so if you see, these are the images of the river Ganga near the Kanpur. Okay, students, Ganga river. So many things are happening, like bathing, washing clothes, and then defecating into the river. Okay, and throwing garbage, throwing the flowers, idols of gods and goddesses, and non-biodegradable polythene bags, all are happening. So the amount of water near the Kanpur is very less, and the flow of the river is very slow. So in addition to this, there are almost 5,000 industries. These are fertilizers, detergents, leather and paint industries are there near the Kanpur. So all these are releasing the discharging the toxic chemical waste into the river. So that's why the river is getting more badly happening, students. Okay, so these are the many industries discharge harmful chemicals into the rivers and the stream, students. Many industries are doing this. So that's why water pollution is increasing. So examples are oil refineries and the paper factories and the textiles and the sugar mills and the chemical factories. So these are the main things which are responsible for chemical contamination of water. Okay, students, they will release the arsenic and the lead and the fluorides. All these led to the toxicity in plants and the animals, students. Okay, so we have to take too much of care to reduce the water pollution, students. Okay, so the soil is also affected because of the impure water, students. So causing changes in the acidity of the soil, so growth of worms, all these happening, students. So we have discussed about the importance of pesticides for the cloths. At the same time, the water, the pesticides are dissolved in water, and this will flow through the water, and the water will becomes polluted, even though it will enter into the ground, and the groundwater will also be polluted, students. Okay, so sometimes if you see some ponds are looking green when you seen from long distance. Why? Because means it is full of with algae grown in them. So why algae is going in this excessive amount of chemicals are there. That's why algae is there, and they are the nutrients for algae. And once algae day, bacteria will form, will decompose them. So lot of oxygen in the aquatic animals is exhausted. So it is for aquatic organisms, oxygen level decreases, they will won't survive. Okay, sometimes untreated sewage is directly thrown into the rivers, students. It contains food waste, detergents, microorganisms. So all these pollute the groundwater also. So this bacteria the present in the face of mangroves is indicator for how much quality of water is there, students. Okay, that is happening. So what is the potable water and how is water purified? How we can purify the water, students? Potable water is water which we can drink. Okay, is called as the drinking safe drinking water is the potable water, students. Okay, we the water which is not having any pollutants, any microorganisms, is called potable water. Even though if you drink a water, it looks like very clear, no enough impurities, but there are some many microorganisms inside it. So the best way to drink a pure water is to by boiling and using it, friends. Okay, before and the municipalities also using the cleaning purpose, that chlorination, to purify the water, but don't use so much of chlorine tablets or the chlorine to purify the water. Again, it will be also a danger to us. Okay, so boiling and drinking the water is a good thing. And what can be done, what can be done to get rid of the water pollution, students? So the strict rules, strict laws for industries must be taken, so they did not directly send the pollutants into the water. Okay, and water treatment plants has to be installed in all industrial areas. Okay, and when thing about this, we have to reduce the water usage, and we have to reuse the water, and you have to recycle the water. So that's why we can save the water. Okay, students, like that. So these are the water treatment plants, students. That's it, our chapter is completed, students. Hope you have understood well. If you have any doubts regarding it, please feel free to comment below, students. We're also providing the tuitions. Please make use of them. If you like them, don't forget to comment below. So now we will see the summary of this session. Pollution of air and water. Air pollution. So air is containing the 78% of mixtures of nitrogen and oxygen. So if that concentration disturbs by adding the unwanted substances, it is called as the air pollution. And how is air is polluting? It is because of the smoke and the dust particles, and many automobiles firewood dung are releasing many of the chemicals into the air: carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. So because of the automobile industry, normal industries, and smoke vehicles, all these happening, and the chlorofluorocarbons, all these are adding water pollution. So sorry, air pollution. Taj Mahal is the case. So it is losing its whitishness of the white marbles. It is becoming yellow because of the acid rains and because of the air pollution. So we have to use the CNG and LPG instead of other diesel, petrol, students. And greenhouse effect. So because of the increase in the carbon dioxide, air pollution, greenhouse effect, and global warming is done. If global warming, if 0.5 degrees centigrade temperature increases, what happens is our if 0.5 degrees temperature is increases, what happens is we have to there's so many severe cases happening, students. And what we can do is we have to reduce the air pollution, students. We have to plant many plants, like that we can reduce it. We have to reduce the usage of vehicles. And next thing is the water pollution. So regarding the water pollution, if there are unwanted materials in the water, toxic materials, impure materials in the water, it is called as the water pollution, students. So water is becoming dirty, but we are highly dependent upon the water by the washing, bathing, and by the chemicals, pesticides, industries, wastes, all are dissolving in the water. That's why water is getting polluted. River Ganga is highly polluted, and Ganga Action Plan 1985, which not works perfect. Next, in the 2016, NMCG has done, and like for that it is working somewhat. And the bacteria also polluting the water, students. Okay, so potable water is the water which is safe drinking water, students. And we have to take some measures to get rid of the water. That is, we have to only drink the drinking hot water, that is boiled water, purified water. And we have to do so many water purification processes we have to done with, like that we can get rid of this problem. Finally, summary of this session also completed, students. Hope you have understood well. All the best for your future exams. Have a nice day. Bye bye, students.